धर्मं शरणं गच्छामि।
Hi guys, so today we are going on a long road trip to a place called Ratnagiri and Lalitgiri and Udaygiri, which are Buddhist monasteries in Orissa. This is the first time that I am going to explore those places, and with me is my sister, and Uno is sitting in the. Okay, my sister is also with us. Say hi.
And as
So
usual,
let's see what the road takes for us.
and as usual, I am the driver.
Let's see where the road takes us. So we have crossed Cuttack and we'll go straight towards Chandikhol, and from there we'll take a right. And I think on the right side there are two places, and on the left side there is the other one, which forms the Golden Triangle. And this road is famous for a lot of pure sweets, pure Chhena sweets, and I'll devour on one of them and share with you. So. Super soft, yummy rasmalais from Chandigarh. Don't forget to try it this shop. So these are the countryside roads. We have taken left from the road towards Paradeep to Ratnagiri. This is not the route which Google Maps was suggesting, because it looked longer and there were clear marks on the road to follow this route. This route is very beautiful and picturesque. We can saw a lot of fruit cultivation on the way, and cows grazing, birds, and so Ratnagiri and Udaygiri are on this side of the road, and let's see how is it. So finally we have reached the place, and this is Ratnagiri for you. Let me take you along.
Ratnagiri is strewn around with monasteries, stupas, relics, and steels and stone tablets. And Ratnagiri means the hill of precious gems. According to historians, Ratnagiri was established around the 5th century by the Gupta kings, and the region flourished till 13th century. Walking around this place, around the Ratnagiri Buddhist monastery, I see statues lost inside dilapidated cells. I stopped by at the second Ratnagiri Buddhist monastery, but the most important monument here is the giant Mahastupa, which you can see in the video, where there's a giant Buddha statue where you can see Uno chanting Buddham Sharanam Gacchami at the beginning, and there were these smaller votive stupas believed to have been built around 9th century. Also, these excavations have been carried out from 1985 to 2000. So this place is a recent development done by the Archaeological Survey of India in Orissa, and these stone carved walls also have written Ratnagiri on it, and these are the viharas, and it is believed that a lot of monks felt safer from invaders to be able to settle here and finish their education. These three places like Lalitgiri, Ratnagiri and Udaygiri are a part of Pushpagiri University, which is known to be an educational hub for Buddhists.
our lunch, pulihora and aloo matar curry, paratha, and this awesome achar. And just a tip that nearby there is no food available. So thank God we carried some food while we were on our way. So this we have turned this into a mini picnic. Let's enjoy.
After our lunch, the next destination was of the Diamond Triangle of Odisha is Udaygiri. So it is around 8 kilometers from there, and the road condition is pretty good. This is the welcome gate to Udaygiri, and we have almost reached there. The road condition for a patch of 1 to 1.5 kilometer was not that great. The construction was in progress. You can see the massive Udaygiri from here. It is the biggest of all the three in the Diamond Triangle. Udaygiri is known as Madhavpura Mahavira, which means it was a prominent center of Buddhism, and it was also large in terms of area out of all the three that we visited. It has lush greenery all around. So at the entrance, you can again see these kind of figurines, and there is lush greenery around, and we'll be walking around this way towards the hill, and this is also a Government of India Archaeological Survey protected monument. So after lunch, Rima is feeling sluggish and heavy.
Yes.
So you can see, okay, there's an underpass here which leads to some place, I guess. So I'm just shooting it. Okay, this is the underpass to a well. Ancient well. I don't think I can take Uno here.
But I will go.
Okay. Adjacent to this well was a temple, and this well also holds a lot of religious significance, is what I heard from the locals. Udaygiri is known as Madhavpura Mahavira, which was a prominent center of Buddhism between the 7th and 12th century. So there was a brick stupa which you can see housing a large statue of Buddha, which was greeting us, similar to Ratnagiri. So it was a big area where you can see these viharas, and there were also smaller Buddha statues in 3 cells lying here. What I understood is they are probably representing the cardinal signs of the different forms of Buddha. And we saw something very excellent here while trekking our way up was the excellent drainage system which was maintained here, and the steps were leading to them. There also we found a small Shiva temple. Udaygiri, the hill of rising sun, to us was walking past the scattered ruins while the sun was still shining. An open space with a small stepwell and stone carved gates to cross to the opposite side where a massive Buddha stands tall. So Udaygiri done. Lalitgiri is around 10 kilometers from here. We are heading our way to Lalitgiri. That's one of the largest Buddhist complexes, the last leg of the triangle. So let's go and see how it is. So you can see the Lalitgiri hoarding here. It is little bit off the road and inside, slightly confusing, and also sunset is pretty early in winters in Orissa. So we have only 30 minutes to cover up this place and rush back home. So the sun is setting in this countryside, beautiful place. Make a U-turn, then turn right and follow each other. Lalitgiri, or the Red Hill, houses a relic of Buddha. The monasteries here are virtually empty, and the sanctums have no deity or carvings. A visit to Lalitgiri is not complete without a tour to the museum, which is at the entrance. This houses several sculptures, including the casket with Buddha's relic, which means these are the powdered forms of the mortal remains of the Lord. It is believed that the casket was also filled with precious stones and gold as well. As the sun was about to set, we did not spend much time here, but it was indeed a peaceful and calm place to spend a day and end our last leg of the diamond triangle. In the land of Samrat Ashoka, almost every corner of Odisha is filled with Buddhist temples or stupas or monasteries, but eventually the passage of time led to the decline of the region and these sites were lost amidst the rubble. However, even today it is believed that a piece of history lies somewhere under the ground waiting to be found. If you are in Odisha, then do visit this place and you will have an awesome time here. Time to head back to Bhubaneswar. The beautiful sunset, the cool breeze, and the warm hues of the day was indeed enchanting. It is always said that road trips are often a revelation, and this road trip was a revelation too, in terms of relationships, peace, and talking to the inner self. If you like my first video on my first travel vlog, then please encourage me by hitting the like button and drop in a comment in the comments box.